Alrighty, this is my rabbit hole article of the week, and it is about the Roku breach. And so this breach is about approximately 15,000 customers being affected by credential stuffing. So anyway, so I've came across this article from Bleeping Computer. It is dated March 11th, and it is about Roku. So it's over 15,000 accounts hacked and sold for about 50 cents each. And so anyway, so this article goes through the incident, and if you read the incident, it says about 15,363 customer accounts were hacked. Roku has an announcement on a notice, and that notice is here, and it's the notice of the breach, and it talks about what happened. And it says that the Roku security team observed suspicious activity, indicating that several individual Roku accounts may have been accessed by unauthorized actors. They conducted an investigation to identify the affected accounts and tried to notify people. The Roku believes that the unauthorized access was likely obtained through certain username and passwords of consumers from third-party sources. Basically what they're saying is that people have been reusing their user IDs and their passwords, and these credentials were used to access Roku accounts, and then these accessed accounts were used to purchase Roku hardware and subscription services. And so down here it says what information was involved is basically what we just said. Unauthorized actors separately obtained from third-party sources that are unrelated to Roku the login information, and that they then use this access of certain accounts to purchase hardware, etc. And so what are they doing about it? They're committed to maintaining the privacy and security of your account, and they're taking the incident very seriously. They did set any account that they thought had been affected to be required to reset their passwords. What you can do, basically down here it says that you need to review your subscriptions and the devices linked to your account. They recommend that you always use strong, unique passwords for each of your online accounts. That means don't reuse passwords. And remain vigilant against incidents of identity theft and fraud by monitoring your accounts. And then, of course, as you progress through this, it tells you how you can monitor your accounts, how you can do a credit freeze, which is important, and how to pay attention to fraud alerts. All right, so back to the article. So some of the terms that came up in here in this article was credential stuffing attack, and threat actor, and unauthorized accounts. So credential stuffing account is basically where you find stolen login credentials from one system and use that to try to access another system. And so you can go up here with the Google Generative AI, and it tells you pretty much the same thing, or you can actually go to a more reliable source, or one that you're more comfortable with. And then basically it says credential stuffing is a cyber attack in which credentials obtained from a data breach on one service are used to attempt to log into another unrelated service. And that's from, I think that was from Cloudflare. Alrighty, and then the other one is threat actor. So what is a threat actor? So let's look it up. So we're on the IBM site, and it says threat actors, also known as cyber threat actors or malicious actors, are individuals or groups that intentionally cause harm to digital devices or systems. Threat actors exploit vulnerabilities in computer systems, networks, and software to perpetuate various cyber attacks, including phishing, ransomware, and malware attacks. So those are the terms in this article, not too many right now, but still a pretty good article to read and to understand the importance of trying to not reuse passwords, and maybe even consider your user ID, using different user IDs on some of these. And so that's the article for today. Let me go through this real quick. It's actually a pretty good article. Another piece that it talks about is how credential stuffing attacks Bleeping Computer has learned that numerous threat actors are conducting credential stuffing attacks using the Open Bullet 2 or Silver Bullet cracking tools. So you can actually look that up too. And so if you do that, I think this link actually takes you to GitHub, and this is the actual open source product. And what else do we have here? So again, it just kind of tells you the seller of these accounts provides information on how to change the account to make fraudulent purchases. So it really tells you how, if the account was stolen, and if you buy it on the dark web for 50 cents an account, tells you how you can, actually it says 439 accounts are being sold. And so it's down here, and again, 50 cents account is not a lot. But if you get caught, who knows what's going to happen to you. All right, and also mentions that Roku got into a little trouble about making changes to its dispute resolution terms and preventing customers from using their streaming devices until they agree to them. And so I kind of vaguely remember reading about this and hearing about it. But basically it says that they changed their terms, and those terms, I think, actually involve reaching out to them on your dispute. So these new terms force customers to first handle any complaints through an in-person phone or video call with the company's legal representatives before a claim can be filed in arbitration. So it basically says that if you disagree with something, you have to go through them first for arbitration. To discuss. And then, but before a claim can be filed. And so, however, as shown in the image above, there's no way to continue using Roku services without first agreeing to those terms. A source told Bleeping Computer that the new dispute resolution terms are in part related to ongoing credential stuffing attacks and financial fraud being conducted through the hacked accounts. I think I also read that Roku does not require two-factor authentication. And so let me see if I can find that in this article. Unfortunately, Roku does not support two-factor authentication, which prevents hijacks, even in the case of credentials compromise. So Roku needs to step up their game on that, and that means you need to be extra diligent and, again, find a really good, strong password, and maybe even consider using a unique user ID. Alrighty, so that's my read for the day, and not a big rabbit hole this time, but still a very interesting article. Thank you. See you later. Bye.